dive in. Going international with this deep dive. We've heard from you, our awesome listeners, especially those learning English. You want to have a little fun with the language, right?
Yeah.
So today, we're taking a trip down memory lane with a show that's all about hilarious catchphrases. How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah, those phrases are so iconic.
Get ready to learn them, use them, and sound well.
Legendary.
Legend, wait for it, Derry.
I think what's really cool about How I Met Your Mother is how it created this really distinct comedic voice,
Yeah.
through the characters and their catchphrases. Like, it wasn't just about the jokes themselves. It was about how those jokes reflected each character's personality.
So true. Okay, let's break this down. Like, who could forget the king of catchphrases, Barney Stinson? This guy, he had a one-liner for every situation.
Oh, absolutely.
And one of my personal favorites is, when I get sad, I stop being sad and be awesome instead.
Oh, that's pure Barney.
Right.
So absurd, over the top, just like him, but also kind of insightful. It's like choosing positivity, taking control of your emotions, just be awesome.
I love that. It's a reminder to not take life too seriously. Just be awesome. Speaking of awesome, we can't forget Barney's signature phrase. You can't spell legendary without dairy.
Yes, the legendary dairy. It's the perfect example of his playful use of language. He wants to elevate every single experience to this, epic level.
It totally caught on. People started using legendary like that's amazing. Shows you the impact the show had. But Barney wasn't all about self-aggrandizement, He also had this thing for introducing his best friend, Ted, to women. And it was always with a simple, have you met Ted?
It's so classic. It became such a running gag throughout the series. And it just highlights that hilarious dynamic between Barney, the ultimate wingman, and Ted, who is always searching for the one, the hopeless romantic.
And for our listeners who might not be familiar with wingman, it basically means a friend who helps you out in social situations, especially when it comes to meeting potential dates. Barney took this role very seriously, often with hilarious and sometimes questionable results.
That's the best part. It's like they just incorporated these everyday social dynamics into the humor. But How I Met Your Mother wasn't just about Barney, though, right?
Of course not.
Every character brought their own unique flavor to the show's language.
Absolutely. Take Marshall, for example.
Yeah.
He might not be as flashy as Barney, but his down-to-earth wisdom really shines through, with phrases like, it's the circle of life.
Oh, yeah, that's a classic. It's so simple, yet so profound, right? It just acknowledges that natural order of things. The ups, the downs that we all experience in life.
It can be used in so many situations. Whether you're celebrating a new beginning or accepting an ending, it's the circle of life just seems to fit. But sometimes life throws you a curveball and you need a phrase with a little more, punch.
You mean like Robin's, what the damn hell?
Exactly. It's just perfect for those moments of disbelief, frustration.
It's so raw and honest, and it's so funny, and it just captures Robin's, dry wit perfectly. She doesn't sugarcoat things. She tells it like it is.
I love that. So I have to ask you, what stands out to you about these phrases so far? What resonates the most?
For me, it's the combination of humor and relatability. These phrases, they're funny, sure, but they also tap into universal experiences, emotions. That's why they become so popular. And for someone learning English, you can't go wrong with suit up.
Oh, you're right. We can't forget that one, Barney's iconic suit up. But what's interesting is that it's more than a fashion statement. It's like a mindset, a way of approaching life with confidence, with style.
It's about stepping up and embracing challenges head on. I mean, who wouldn't want to feel a little more confident and stylish?
Exactly. So there you have it, a taste of the hilarious and quotable world of How I Met Your Mother. We've explored some of the most memorable phrases, and I'm curious.
It's amazing, how a few words, can capture so much of a character's personality, and even, the whole vibe of a show. How I Met Your Mother was a masterclass in that, really.
100%. And I think what I love about these catchphrases is that they work on, multiple levels, right?
Right.
They're funny at face value, but they also give you little glimpses into the deeper themes, like friendship and love and growing up, all that.
Right, exactly. Take when Barney says, have you met Ted? Yeah, it's funny, but it also shows how much he cares about his friends and how much he wants them to, find love, even if his methods are sometimes a little misguided. Haha.
Totally. And it kind of plays into that whole classic sitcom trope of the will they, won't they dynamic. It keeps you guessing,
Yeah, it totally does. Creates all that anticipation, keeps us hooked on these characters' journeys. But, How I Met Your Mother wasn't just about romance and all that. It also just captured, the everyday humor of being in your 20s, trying to figure life out.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Like, remember Marshall's obsession with food?
Mm-hmm.
He always had the best reactions to trying something delicious.
Oh, I know. It's like that iconic line, "This is the best burger I've ever had," delivered with such pure joy. It's simple, but it reminds you that happiness can be found in those little things, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Sometimes the best moments are just indulging in a really good burger. But, How I Met Your Mother wasn't always sunshine and burgers. It had its moments of, like, heartbreak,
Yeah.
disappointment, the what the damn hell moments, as Robin put it so well.
Exactly. Life isn't always perfect. And the show wasn't afraid to explore those tougher parts of life, relationships, growing up, all of it. But even in those moments, there was this glimmer of hope, like a reminder that things would get better.
I think that's what makes the show so relatable. It captures that whole spectrum of human experience.
Yeah.
The highs, the lows, all with wit, charm, and a whole lot of heart.
And all while creating these catchphrases that have become like a part of our culture. Think about it. How often do you hear people saying "suit up" or "legendary" just in regular conversation?
It really is incredible. It shows the power of a good show.
Yeah.
Like, it can actually have a lasting impact on our language, on our culture.
It really is a testament to the power of humor, how it connects with people on such a deeper level. So as we keep diving into these fun phrases, what are your takeaways so far?
What's resonated with you the most? Have you found any phrases that you can see yourself actually using?
Yeah, I know.
It's really wild how these "How I Met Your Mother" phrases have just become like part of our everyday talk. They've totally gone beyond the TV screen.
It really shows you how good they were at making characters and dialogue that felt real,
Right.
relatable. Even if you haven't seen every episode, you can still get the humor.
And for those learning English, it's such a cool way to pick up on, like, those everyday sayings, those idioms that you wouldn't necessarily find in a textbook.
Oh, totally. It's like a fun little crash course in conversational English, with a lot of laughs along the way. Plus, using these phrases can be a great way to connect with native speakers, show that you're in on the pop culture references.
Yeah, it's like having a secret language, almost. But even beyond the language itself, How I Met Your Mother gives us so much insight into life, love, friendship.
It reminds us it's okay to be goofy, to embrace what makes you you, and to really value those important relationships.
And to never underestimate the power of a good suit.
Exactly. So, and as we wrap up our deep dive into the hilarious world of How I Met Your Mother, let's remember some of the gems we've talked about. We learned to choose awesome over sadness, thanks to Barney.
We learned to embrace the unexpected with Robin's classic, What the Damn Hell.
We found some real wisdom in Marshall's It's the Circle of Life, and we even learned how to suit up for any occasion.
But most importantly, I think we've had a lot of fun exploring how language can make us laugh and bring us together. So as you head out into the world, remember to channel your inner Barney Stinson.
Be awesome, suit up, and never forget to ask, have you met Ted?
Hey, if life throws you a curveball, just remember to take a deep breath and say,
What the damn hell?
until next time, keep laughing, keep learning, and keep those legendary catchphrases coming.